Today we explore three global political narratives that shattered over the last decade from three different parts of the world: the Brexit and the 2016 US elections, and the Tamil Nadu 2026 state elections in India. Hello, you are watching in BFM, and let's start with Brexit. In June 2016, United Kingdom voters chose to exit European Union (EU) with 51.89% majority, going against media predictions. Most media outlets favored Remain, masking the ground reality favoring to leave EU. Despite pro-leave sentiment displayed in few print media, broadcasters like BBC and Sky were dismissive. This reportedly stemmed from a dominant pro-Remain political presence and a consensus among economists, CEOs, and international leaders, all of whom almost universally backed Remain. This is a media failure, not understanding the growing public appetite for change. Next, the 2016 US elections, the second major example of a political narrative collapsing in the face of ground reality. Just like Brexit, the media relied on data that proved to be a mirage, leading to a result that shocked the world. Leading up to election night, major media outlets and data scientists presented Hillary Clinton's win as nearly inevitable. The NY Times said to have given 85% chance for Hillary to win, and some outlets went till 99%. Even Politico felt a Trump win as a statistical long shot. Newsrooms in New York and DC focused heavily on Trump's controversial statements, assuming people would disqualify him. They failed to report on the quiet support brewing for Trump on the ground. The reality: Donald Trump's victory shattered media narrative that had deemed it impossible. 2016 was the year of media narrative disasters, and now the same pattern emerges in 2026 in an election in southern state of India. The 2026 Tamil Nadu election, much like Brexit and 2016 US elections, the establishment media failed to see a silent ground reality. For 60 years, two parties, the DMK and AIA-DMK, maintained a duopoly over the state. When the two-year-old party TVK made its debut campaign, 99% of the media, anchored by expert analysts and exit polls, dismissed them as celebrity-driven spoiler. Most projected a safe return for the ruling party. However, on the counting day, the results shook the nation as the two-year-old TVK swept the state, shattering the decades-old status quo. The shift from traditional rallies to social media mobilization has redefined state politics. Beyond the newcomer's shock victory, the incumbent leader's loss in his own stronghold make us wonder on how a psephologist could miss this level of anti-incumbency. This has become a textbook case of psephology failure, proving that data often ignores the people's desperation for change. Across these three case studies, we note that the traditional polling industry failed in three different countries. It is a global phenomenon now. We see media houses attempting to curate narratives that favor specific outcomes, only to be blindsided by reality. Whether it is the bias of broadcasters or the collapse of psephology science, the conclusion remains the same. Data and experts can falter, but the people's mandate remains the ultimate, final word in a democracy. The broader takeaway is, we must address critical questions about democratic integrity. Should media houses and influential YouTubers be permitted to manipulate election outcomes for financial incentives or political affiliation? Shouldn't psephologists be mandated to disclose their methodologies and sample sizes to justify their credibility? Without transparency, data becomes a mere tool for manufacturing political narratives. In an era where algorithms outpace traditional news, we must ask, does freedom of speech include the right to publish unverified data? The need for a neutral governing body and a strict code of ethics is now undeniable. A lot to address in coming years to avoid more shocks. Stay tuned, and in between few minutes we connect.